My name is Erin. I normally teach a beginner's flow and go, so that's what I'll be teaching today for about a 20-minute session. Today for yoga, if you have blocks available to you, that is something that you can grab. You don't need them necessarily, but they really do help you out, especially if you're new to yoga. So we'll place those on either side of the mat just to get us started for later. And then we'll just come to meet at a seated position. Take a moment to just let the flesh come from underneath your sit bones. Sit up as tall as you can. Take your hands to your knees. Let those shoulders roll up to your ears and then down your back. From here, pull your ribs, your belly in. Use your core to hold you up. Let your eyes close and begin to notice your breath. Is it soft? Is it smooth? Is it shallow? Is it deep? Just paying attention. Exhale your breath. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, fill up the lungs, fill up the chest. Open your mouth and let it go. Inhale through the nose. Fill up the lungs, fill up the chest, fill everything up. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Last time here, inhale, filling up as much as you can. Open your mouth and let it go. For the remainder of class, try to seal your lips and breathe only in and out through your nose. Inhale slowly, let your eyes open. Exhale. See if you can soften anywhere in the body. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And exhale, let them come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. This time, let your right hand plant down. Reach that left hand up, and then side bend over. Your gaze should be forward or maybe up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach back up towards center. Exhale, over to the other side. Maybe your gaze is forward, maybe up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, let your hands plant in front of you. Think about those shoulders rolling back into your back. Your gaze is forward. Inhale, walk those hands forward. When you've gone as far as you can go, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, walk those hands back in. Exhale, switch the cross on your legs if the opposite leg is leading in front. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can. Find space, begin to notice that this side is different from the other. Does this posture feel the same? Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, let the right hand come down to the left knee. Let the left hand come behind you. Think about sitting up as tall as you can, and then twist. Towards the wall, towards the door, towards whatever is to the left side of your body. Inhale, slowly unwind, arms come up overhead, and then exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Sit up as tall as you can, and then begin to twist towards the right side. Inhale, slowly unwind. Exhale, hands out in front, hands up above your head. Exhale, plant those hands down in front of you. Pull those shoulders into your back. Begin to look forward as you walk your hands out in front. When you've gone as far as you can go, let the head hang heavy. Inhale, walk those hands back in. Take those knees to touch. Let the legs slide over to one side as you make your way into a tabletop position. From your tabletop, stack your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrist. Think about puffing up the plates in between your shoulder blades. Think about your belly button pulling in towards your spine, activating your core. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Try to shine your sternum through your arms. Exhale, round your spine, push the mat away, tuck your chin and tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, round the towards the back of the room. It's okay if your knees are bent here. Think about your gaze being back towards your shins. Inhale, begin to pedal up those feet like you're riding a bike. Inhale, meet back in a neutral downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, slowly begin to come up onto the tippy toes. Bend your knees deeply in towards your chest and then look forward. Exhale, send those hips high as you straighten the legs and lower down the heels. Inhale, bend those knees deeply into your chest, come up onto your tippy toes, look forward. And then exhale, send those hips high as you straighten the legs and lower down the heels. Inhale, look forward to your fingertips, and then exhale, walk your feet up to your hands. First, forward fold, so think about the knees being softly bent. Think about your belly and your ribs coming over those thighs as you let your arms and head hang heavy. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Create this number 7 with your body. Think about your tailbone going back towards the back of the room. Your crown of the head is forward and your gaze is down past the front of your mat. Your hands are either at your thighs or your shins. And those shoulders are rolled back into your back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your chest, your belly over those thighs as you fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead as you stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Left foot comes in between your hands. Think about your heel going back and your shin pushing forward, finding that opposition between your feet, finding space between your feet. Plant those hands, maybe you grab onto those blocks if you have them, to press your hands into the blocks to find height, to find space. As you take that belly button away from your spine, those shoulder blades plug into your back, your gaze is forward. Inhale, exhale, lower down the back knee, uncurl the toes. Exhale. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead, soften your shoulders. Pull your ribs and your belly in towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down. From here, curl your back toe under, lift your back knee, and slowly begin to straighten your front leg. It's okay if that back heel isn't reaching down, but try to reach it down towards the mat. As you look forward, extended pyramid. Think about your spine being as long as possible, and then exhale, bend at your elbows, see if you can fold over. Inhale, slowly begin to bend into the front knee. And then exhale, step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift, create that number 7, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to standing, palms from overhead, they touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your blocks are already there, and if they're not, you're finding the ground to step your left foot back this time. Think about your shin pressing forward, your heel pressing back, finding space in between your knees, your feet. Inhale, pull that belly button away from your spine and plug those shoulders into your back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down your knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Your ribs pull in, your belly pulls in, your shoulders soften. Inhale. Exhale, slowly plant those hands down to the blocks. Curl your back toe under, lift your back knee, and then begin to straighten your front leg. It's okay if that back heel is lifted, just try to press it down towards the ground. Think here about looking forward past your toes as you slowly fold over. Extended pyramid, inhale, exhale, bend into that front knee, and step your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to standing, palms come overhead, they touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hand, step that right foot back. Inhale, find space between your heel and your shin. Inhale. Exhale, lower the heel down. Inhale, reach your right arm out in front, and then exhale, slowly begin to rise up, warrior two. Inhale, settle into the space, soften the shoulders. Exhale, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, leave your legs exactly where they're at as you flip your front palm. Inhale, sweep it behind you. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. All 10 toes face forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips of the block. Exhale, pull that belly button away from your spine. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, soften your shoulder, pull your ribs, your belly in. And inhale, lower those hands back down. Exhale, step your right foot up to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to standing, palms come overhead, they touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on those blocks or the ground and step your left foot back. That heel reaches back, the shin reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower that heel down so it's parallel to the back of the mat. And reach that left arm out in front of you. Exhale, slowly sweep the hand behind you, palms face down towards the ground. Find your warrior two. Think about stacking your hips over your shoulders. Those hands are at shoulder height. And then your gaze is forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flip your front palm. Keep your legs exactly where they're at as you sweep the hand behind you. Exhale. Inhale, cartwheel those hands to frame the front foot, all 10 toes face forward. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips of the hand. Pull that belly button away from that spine as you reach the arms up overhead. Soften the shoulders, pull your ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. And step your right or left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to standing, palms come overhead, they touch. Exhale, hearts to heart center. Inhale. Let your toes face forward. Ooh, low battery mode, so sorry. Let your toes face forward. Press your hands into one another. Inhale, find space. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, press down through your left foot. Come onto the toes of your right foot. Inhale, lift your right knee. Exhale, take your foot back to your heel as you reach and grab for that foot. Think here. If you need a wall, there's always a wall to support you right beside you. You can grab one. Think about your knee pointing down towards the ground. Think about your hips pressing forward and your belly button going into your spine. And then think about your shoulder blades rolling back. Inhale, find that stretch. Exhale. Inhale, slowly let that leg go. And we'll find the same thing on the other side as we just find a little rock in the hips. From here, ground down through your right foot, come onto the toes of your left foot. Inhale, lift the left knee. And then exhale, take the foot behind you and see if you can reach onto that with the left hand. Think about that knee pointing down towards the ground. The toes are flexed down towards the floor. Think about pressing those hips just slightly forward and rolling those shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly let that foot go. Inhale, take your feet wider than your hips. Exhale, reach those arms up overhead. And then inhale, slowly fold over. From here, let your arms just wrap so they grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. And from here, just think about rocking over to the left and bring your elbows over to the right. Inhale. Maybe there's a soft bend that goes into your knee. As you switch sides, you softly bend into that left knee as your elbows go over to the right. You should begin to feel the stretch in your ribs as you slowly go over to the other side. Do a few more to your own breath, letting that head and arms hang heavy, taking it as tensely as you want. Just finding space to open up in those IT bands and the hips. And then let your hands hang heavy. From here, heel toe those feet back in as you slowly find your way to a squat. And then take those hands behind you to just sit back. Let your legs go long out in front. Your toes point up towards the ceiling. Take those hands and plant them down by your sides. You can put a soft bend in your knees if this is extremely hard for you. I know it's extremely hard for me without a bend in my knees. Plant those hands. Take those shoulders and roll them back. Look forward as you reach those arms up overhead. Soften the shoulders. Lead with your chest as you begin to hinge forward. And then slowly lower those hands down to the feet. Maybe they grab onto the calves. Wherever you're at, just take a moment to shine the chest forward, to look forward. And then exhale, just fold the rest of the way over. Inhale, slowly, slowly rise up. Exhale, take those feet and let them sweep over to one side. As you slowly make your way onto your back, you can take those knees and just bend them. Take those arms out in front and slowly lower down. Once you're all the way down, you can take those knees in towards your chest and just rock side to side. Letting that feel good for your lower back. Meeting back at center, take your arms, open them up to a T, palms facing up. Those shoulders roll underneath you, and then take your feet so that they're knee height. And let the knees fall over to the right. Your gaze just softly over to the left. Make sure that shoulder stays planted into the mat as you take those knees over. Finding space. You could even take your right hand and guide your left leg down if you'd like. Just remembering to breathe, to find space, to soften. And inhale, slowly, slowly take those legs back up to center. And exhale over to the other side. You can take that left hand on top of the right leg. Just make sure that your shoulders are flat on the mat. Inhale, slowly, slowly come back to center. And then exhale, just let your legs go long, let your hands come down by your sides, taking up a little bit more space than you need. Just roll those shoulder blades underneath. Finding corpse pose. Finding your breath. Finding stillness. From here, you can just wiggle those fingers and toes, roll your wrists and ankles. If you need to stay there longer, you can always just stay in corpse pose for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, just bending those knees and rolling over to whichever side calls to you, left or right, to press your hands into the mat and push yourself up to a to a seated position. Let those hands come to heart center. Close your eyes and bow your chin into your chest. Thank you so much for practicing here with me today.